Have you ever noticed that the deeper you delve into thought, the more distant you feel from those around you? That the more profound your understanding, the less inclined others are to engage with you? This isn't mere imagination. Throughout history, society has often been wary of deep thinkers, not due to their inaccuracies, but because they perceive truths others might prefer to ignore. Consider figures like Socrates, Galileo, and Alan Turing. These brilliant minds faced ridicule, suppression, or neglect, not because they lacked insight, but because their ideas unsettled the status quo. Philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once suggested that intelligence can be more of a burden than a blessing, isolating those who perceive the world with stark clarity. But why does this occur? Why does society often resist those who think differently? The roots of this phenomenon lie deep within human psychology. Reflect on this. Standing beside someone physically strong might inspire admiration. Encountering someone wealthy could evoke envy, but not necessarily personal offense. However, when faced with someone intellectually superior, a peculiar reaction emerges. Psychologists refer to this as the mirror effect. A deep thinker doesn't merely present new ideas, they inadvertently highlight the limitations of those around them. This unintentional reflection can make others feel inadequate, even if the deep thinker remains silent. But why does intelligence, more than other forms of superiority, provoke such discomfort? To understand, let's examine how we process different forms of superiority. Physical strength might position someone as a leader or protector. Wealth can lead to admiration or aspiration. These attributes are external and don't typically challenge our core self-view. Intelligence, however, is intertwined with identity. We define ourselves by our thoughts, beliefs, and understanding. Encountering someone who thinks more deeply, who questions our assumptions, can feel like a direct challenge to our sense of self. Instead of fostering admiration, it often breeds resistance, not due to the deep thinker's demeanor, but because their presence forces others to confront their own limitations. This dynamic explains why, historically, deep thinkers have been marginalized. Their insights don't just challenge ideas, they challenge egos. And humans, by nature, will go to great lengths to protect their egos from discomfort. Reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever introduced a complex idea in conversation only to be met with blank stares or swift topic changes? This isn't mere coincidence, it's a defense mechanism. When confronted with deep thinking, many instinctively shift to self-preservation mode, opting to dismiss rather than engage. Interestingly, studies indicate that confidence is often valued more than intelligence in social settings. People are naturally drawn to those who exude certainty, even if their ideas lack depth. This preference explains why charismatic yet simplistic thinkers often gain more influence than nuanced deep thinkers. History offers numerous examples: populist leaders, motivational speakers, and viral influencers who thrive by echoing what people want to hear, rather than challenging them to think critically. Meanwhile, those who question widely accepted beliefs often struggle to find a broad audience. This is the paradox of intelligence. But despite this paradox, the role of the deep thinker remains vital. Throughout history, it has been the outsiders, the questioners, the skeptics, the quietly observant, who have nudged humanity forward. While their ideas may be met with resistance, their impact often echoes long after the noise fades. So if you've ever felt misunderstood for your depth or isolated by your insights, know this: you're not alone, and you're not wrong. The world may resist uncomfortable truths, but it needs them. Progress is never born from silence or simplicity. It comes from those willing to see clearly and speak anyway. Stay curious, stay courageous, and above all, keep thinking.